Right, let's get started with the headlines today. Now, school authorities in some parts of Accra are worried about the potential health risks that students are exposed to from old and dilapidated toilet facilities in their schools. Now, they want government to construct new facilities to prevent the outbreak of diseases. The school heads made the call when officials of the Greater Accra Metropolitan Area, GAMA, Sanitation and Water Project Team, and of course the Nkwantanan Municipal Assembly inspected toilet facilities in some schools on Thursday. Now, here's Beryl Richard Anderson's report on those visits.
The over 300 students of WAS Experimental 1 and 2 JHS and their teachers on a daily basis have to endure the foul smell which wafts through the air from an old KVIP toilet facility on the school's compound. The pungent smell from the toilet facility poses a great health risk to students. This is because food vendors for the school are not too far from the facility. Headmaster of the school, Samuel Kolbila, told the media that even though there is a new toilet facility constructed for the school by GAMA, students are forced to use the old facility because of their large population.
That was what we were using. But that old toilet, we are saying that they should break it down. But because they've not broken it down yet, we are making somebody to take care of it so that the place can be cleaned. But it is beyond us. We don't have the resources to do that, to break it down. We don't even have the capacity. It's still in use, even though we are doing our best, trying to clean it. She cleans it always. But if we were to have the power, we would have broken it down.
At the Queen of Peace Catholic School, the toilet facilities were clean, but locks and the sinks were broken. The head teacher, Rhoda Dambila, blamed poor maintenance of the toilet facility on parents refusing to pay 5 cedis levy to maintain the place. She also stated the facility cannot meet the needs of the over 1,000 pupils of the school.
At times, when they are on break, it's like rush hour. They are pulling here and there, and if there's no one to supervise what goes on there, that's where you see these breakages here and there. Even some time ago, the dressing mirrors that we have fixed there were all down. The parents are asked to pay 5 cedis a term, and the 5 cedis a term is not enough. We're considering a lot of things. So as I'm talking, it's like we are not getting enough money to pay 2 janitors. So we have taken one for the meantime.
Headmistress of SDA Basic School also complained about parents' refusal to pay the levy for maintenance of the facility.
The problem is the parents that are paying for those workers, because you don't want the children to go and work on there. So we have workers that are working. They don't come with tea room. We are providing everything. So they have to pay, and then we get money to do all these things. But the payment is very, very slow.
The team's last stop was at Abokobi Presby 1 Basic School. Headmaster of the school, Sian Kwachi, says the new toilet facility constructed by GAMA has provided a great relief for pupils ending open defecation that used to be prevalent.
It's not too bad. We are managing it. At least it's better than nothing. We used to have nothing, and with this, I think it's better. Now, open defecation, I would say, has been eliminated.
At the end of the inspection, patron of Media Coalition Against Open Defecation, Dr. Doris Yate, expressed worry over the state of the toilet facilities in the schools visited. According to her, the state of the barely-year-old facilities in some of the schools leaves much to be desired.
So far, we haven't been very satisfied with the maintenance. We've witnessed 1-year-old, 6 months-old latrines which are not being well kept. We've also seen some new toilets, commodes already broken down in a matter of 6 months to a year. So I've been wondering as we've gone round, what will be the state of these toilet facilities, these newly constructed toilet facilities, almost state-of-the-art facilities? 1 year from now, 2 years from now, oh Lord, 5 years from now.
The development objective of the Greater Accra Metropolitan Area Gama Sanitation and Water Project for Ghana is to increase access to improved sanitation and improved water supply in the Gama, with emphasis on low-income communities, and to strengthen management of environmental sanitation in the Gama.
All right, let me take you to the Bono East region, where due to financial challenges, a couple in Tichiman has abandoned treatment of a baby with obstructive hydrocephalus at the hospital and resorted to herbal medicine. The 11-month-old baby was diagnosed with the condition at the Holy Family Hospital in Tichiman and was scheduled for surgery to correct the defect. Now, doctors at Konfanoche Teaching Hospital warned that any further delay could worsen the already complicated condition, which can be corrected, but only by surgery. My colleague Ohiming Teria of our health desk traveled to Aboso in Tichiman to follow up on the little child whose life now hangs in the balance and has come through with this report.
The joy of a young couple to celebrate the birth of a child was short-lived when doctors detected abnormal head and growth at the baby's back a week later. It was the beginning of a difficult moment for the young parents, who have since known no peace as neighbors stigmatized them over the child's condition.
Because I am so disturbed because I haven't seen such a thing before. I am in deep pain. The thought of the child's condition always draws me to tears. My first child shouldn't be suffering from this. I would be content if it happened to a second child. Because I my first there are some
who go to the extent of suggesting the parents cruelly end the life of what they believe is River Baby, a suggestion the mother and father have resisted.
Some people call her River Baby. Others also say I got her from the spirit of a deity. I am confused and I don't know what to do.
The mother of 11-month-old baby, 23-year-old Mohammed Ananga Aishetu, has always had suicidal thoughts, at least to bring an instant relief, not even to the sick baby, but herself. The couple's unemployed status means they cannot afford their child's treatment at the hospital.
I sometimes contemplate ending it all. The thought of who will take care of my baby in my absence haunts me.
Out of desperation and frustrations, the parents have resorted to the use of herbal medicine to treat a condition that requires scientific approach. The mother says little has changed ever since she sought herbal treatment.
The TNT from Techiman to Konfanoche is an issue. I stopped going to the hospital because I can't afford treatment. But the child will cry throughout the night. Someone introduced me to this herbalist. It's been almost 2 months, but nothing has changed.
I met the herbalist Abubakar Idrisu, who has been treating little Rafiatu Idrisu. He disputes the mother's claim the baby has seen no improvement. Abubakar boasts to have cured the condition and several others.
When they first brought the child, she had a deformity in the head. Thank God, that has improved significantly after applying the concoction. I believe she will get well with time.
Konfanoche Teaching Hospital sees averagely 8 hydrocephalus cases each month. Doctors suspect the hydrocephalus may have developed as a result of folic acid deficiency in the first 3 months of pregnancy.
If this situation is left as it is, it literally means that the child's brain will not grow, which has its own implications for the child's development.
Doctors say herbal medicine has no role in the care for the child's brain and spinal condition. According to Dr. Bando, Surgery is the only solution for the child's structural problem.
If there's a structural problem that needs to be addressed, clearly herbal medicine will be able to do that. So in this child's instance, what the child needs is surgery. Because like I said before, this is a structural problem with a brain in the child's spine. So surgery is really way forward for this child. Herbal medicine really has no role in the care for this child.
Until perhaps divine intervention comes, the fate of the baby will continue to hang in a balance. From Techimai in the Bono East for Joy News, Ohiminteria reporting.
Now, in the central region, President Akufo-Addo has promised to make the School of Languages at Ejumakon under the University of Education, Winneba, a fully fledged university. The university would be called the University of Language and Culture, according to the president. Now, he made this promise after a request by the Omanhin of the area, Udifo Afankwa III. Now, Richard Kojo-Nyakon was there. He's been traveling with the president throughout the tour of the central region, and this is what he put together.
The president promised to make the School of Languages at Ejumakon a fully fledged university followed a plea by the Omanhin of Ejumakon, but therefore Afankwa III. The Omahine asked the president to help protect the languages and culture of the country and also make the proposed university a center of excellence for the study of other languages of the world. He further called on the president to ensure that the district gets its share of the factories being built across the country under the 1D, 1F, since the promise was made to the people of Ghana at Ejumakon. President Akufo-Addo, in response, told the chiefs and people of Ejumakon in Yanesiam, his administration will make good their promise to them and announce that there would be an establishment of the University of Languages and Culture.
And the University of Languages and Culture, it's an excellent idea, and we have to work on it to make it happen here in our time here in Ghana. It's in upscale Ghana School of Languages into a full-fledged university, so especially to add the concept of culture. University of Language and Culture.
It into a fully fledged university, it will help a lot of things, especially the aspect of culture. If that is done, we will consider naming it after you, Nana, because you are someone that thinks deeply.
On district, one factory. On
the 1 district, 1 factory, it is true. This was the very place I announced the policy, and it would be nice that such a place would also receive their share. I will discuss it with the Minister of Trade to ensure that that is done. The president is expected to address the chiefs and people of Cape Coast, cast off for the fishing landing beach at Mori, and also take part in the Year of Return and the Panafest celebrations in the central region. Richard Kojo-Nyakon, Joy News, Cape Coast.
Now, a Supreme Court ruling Thursday on the valuation of some property belonging to businessman Alfred Woyomi has taken government a step closer to realizing value from the sale of his property. A number of properties of the businessman have been earmarked for sale to defray a judgment debt wrongly paid to him. Now, his lawyers, however, challenged the value arrived at by the state, saying the property was worth a lot more. The Supreme Court, in a unanimous decision, eventually settled on 11.7 million cedis as the value of 2 of the property, paving the way for their auction with the Lands Valuation Board. Now that's expected to determine the value of a third property by August 30. There's more in this report here.
The 3 residential properties are located at Trazako Valley Estates and Kwehe in Accra. The AG had valued one property at Trazako at a minimum of 7.7 million cedis. The other was pegged at 6.4 million cedis. The third at Kwehe was stated as 3.8 million cedis. Lawyers for the businessman, however, say they have been undervalued. They also allege that the AG had wrongfully added another property not belonging to the businessman. Deputy Attorney General Godfred Yeboah-Adame asked that the court adopts the values provided by the businessman. He insisted the properties had been accurately identified as belonging to Mr. Woyome. Presiding Judge Justice Sule Gbadegbe granted the AG's request, adopting the value of 11.7 million cedis for the two houses. He directed that the third be valued once again by the Lands Valuation Board because the businessman did not submit figures for it. The case has been adjourned to October 16, 2019.
Right, that's it for the news, and I can hear cheers of jubilation up the stairs, which means Mama Viusu Abwaje is on her way up into the studio. She'll be joining me for the newspaper review in just a few moments, so you know what to do, right? Absolutely nothing. Stay right there. We'll be back.